this reaction video, we're going to be checking out more Eminem. This time we're doing the track titled Higher off of side B of Music to Be Murdered By. Let's get right into it. What's going on, world? How are you? Of course, it is me, Dave, from musicfeltbyme.com, and don't forget, you can always follow me at musicfeltbyme. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to support the page, you want to support the channel, you absolutely can. You can do so by going to Patreon, patreon.com/musicfeltbyme. Link for that's in the description box below. $5 a month gets you a guaranteed reaction within 30 days of your request. Plus, you can also do the $20 tier. $20 gets you 3 guaranteed reactions in a month, and you get a 10% discount code to the merchandise store. You get yourself a hoodie, something like this, and you get 10% off. And then also you get to go to musicfeltbyme.com. You go to supporters. Your name will be on the wall of fame there. Pretty cool. So go check that out for sure if that's something you're interested in doing. Or Eminem here, Music to Be Murdered By, side B. This time we're doing the track titled Higher. Let's get right into it. Before we do, though, don't forget you can always subscribe for free right here if you like what you see. Don't be scared to hit the like button. If you want to be notified about my very next video, you're going to have to hit the notification bell now. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. Once I rate the song, did I overrate it, underrate it? You tell me. Plus, you can leave your scores down below. And let me know what songs you want to see me react to next. Off this album, off any album. I'm taking recommendations always. So let your voice be heard. Sound off down there in the comment section. And let's get right into this. Higher by Eminem.
I've been around for a while now. I'm not sure if I have much left to prove.
It kind of has like that Telly Collapse like kick and snare to it a little bit. Like this feels like that's one of those fucking like motivational type.
I look at me now, I'm thinking, damn, how proud of me I am. What I did is nothing to sneeze at, even if your allergies are bad.
What I did is nothing to sneeze at, even if your allergies are bad. Nothing to sneeze at, even if you're ill. Even if you're sick and having an allergic reaction, don't you dare sneeze at my accomplishments.
I'm up in the balcony in France. I look around, I see the fans. How they surround me in the stands. Probably could drown in the sea of hands.
Looking over from the balcony in France, all I see is the sea of fans. I could probably drown in a sea of hands. They got their hands up. I could probably drown in a sea of hands. Kind of like having that surreal moment, right, where you're looking out the crowd like, man, all these people are here for me. That's crazy.
Now if I get the chance to get a crowd, I flip it around and have a crowd give me the chance. I've done it all, man. But in actuality, I haven't yet.
He says, he words it in a way that I can't quite remember. But basically he says, that's what I mean by any means, somehow, some way. If I ever get the chance to get a crowd, I would flip it around and have the crowd give me a chance. So you could do chants, like chanting, right? With a shady, like this, a shady, shady, shady. Give me chance. Also, give me the opportunity, right? To fulfill this opportunity, I guess. I've done it all, man. But in actuality, I haven't. Because that's an interesting way to play. It's an interesting little wordplay there too. Because, you know, when you're performing, the crowd is giving you a chance to entertain them, right? So he's saying if I ever had the chance to get a crowd, I would flip it around and have the crowd give me a chance. And that's kind of the motivation, right? If I'm interpreting that correctly, it's kind of like, man, I just want, if the humble side of that is I'm honored that they would take a chance on buying tickets for this show and take the risk of me possibly not entertaining them. That's interesting.
Supposed to go from here, really, I have no idea. All I know is every time I think
Interesting thing. Where am I supposed to go from here? Okay. Really, I have no idea. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting line. Where am I supposed to go from here? Really, I have no idea. We talk about how he's saying, you know, in other songs, oh, they want me to, you know, grow up but don't age, get angry but don't rage, we want the new but the old shady. Where am I supposed to go from here? Really, I have no idea. So this album feels a lot like him just being kind of removing himself from the expectations or what the desires are of listeners and just doing what he wants to do. And maybe the people that fell in love with him saying what he wanted to say originally will be excited about that concept now. But that seems like pretty telling. Like, he always tells you where he's at, right? Like, I have no idea what to do now. What to do next.
I go higher than I've ever fucking been. Where am I supposed to go from here?
Saying, you know, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Really, I have no idea. All I do know is every time I peak, I hit my ceiling, and each time I get higher than I've ever fucking been. So anytime he does apply himself to something, it raises his elevation, but he doesn't really know what to do now. Like, you know, every time I peak, I hit my ceiling. This seems like a very honest and forthcoming kind of song here.
Really, I have no idea.
And we've heard messages similar to this in Assumption, right? Like, we've always got the feeling that, man, he's obviously very upset and confused because he doesn't know which way to go. But right here, I feel like he's very directly telling you, where am I supposed to go from here? Really, I have no idea. It's like, it just seems very direct. It's not like he's explaining why he doesn't know what to do and what examples have created that environment for him. Like, you know, when they say, I want the old but new shady, I would, you know, rage or get angry but don't rage, whatever. Those are just examples of why he would be confused without saying, I don't really know where to go from here. Like, this seems like an actual, like, an admission of not really being certain on what path to choose from here on out.
Reminds me of how an overcrowded hospital waiting room would get. What I mean is maybe I have more patience than I'm able to admit. Yeah, but I'm still mentally stable.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was wondering, that seemed like he was setting up a long time to get there. Like, by the time it takes to do the shit, whatever. And it's like about taking time, having patience. He says maybe I'm more like emergency waiting room, an overcrowded emergency waiting room, because maybe I have more patience than I can admit. So if everyone's out there waiting, obviously they couldn't admit everybody, but he's saying maybe I actually have more patience than I'm willing to confess.
To my situation, I hit pay dirt, now I get paper like a stapler in this bitch. But just cause I made a little bit of change don't mean I've changed a little bit.
Just because I've changed, or just because I've made a little bit of change doesn't mean I've changed a little bit. Like that. And then some of the simpler stuff again, you know, like I get paper like a stapler in this bitch. Like, okay, yeah, we get it.
Thing changed a little bit. Brain for the wit dangerous can extinguish this English language when it's lit. Now I'm just parading.
Extinguish this English language when it's lit, like literature, like lit, you know, lit 101 literature, but also when it's lit, extinguish this English language. Oof. Extinguish, lit, fire extinguisher. Also saying what he's saying with the English language is lit, like it's on fire. That shit's fire. Heat.
But just cause I made a little bit of change don't mean I've changed a little bit. Brain for the wit dangerous can extinguish this English language when it's lit. Now
Brain full of wit, but also could be like wick, like extinguish.
so I spit this crazy, even Dre knows I'm a blow. Better get the handkerchief again.
Blow, like you say, bomb, kind of the way he says wit or wick or wit, sounded like wick earlier. Connects that with the bomb, and then, you know, with the extinguish and lit and all that stuff in the middle.
I have no idea. All I know is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher.
And also the obvious one is Dre knows I'm gonna blow. Time to get the handkerchief again. I pointed out the scheme with like the fire and all that to tie it to the bomb, but also obviously blow, like handkerchief, and you do that. And also people will take like a handkerchief and light it on fire and put it in a bottle. You get a little Molotov cocktail, throw that thing out there. I mean, don't throw that thing out there, it's dangerous. I'm just saying that's what people do with it.
I'm still go through the roof. This atmosphere for a chosen few who was on that grind and get money moves. And you ain't gonna get there if you want it down. You gotta take
I like this little bridge right here. I like this a lot. I feel like this song needed that kind of energy. M was kind of just, you know, talking through his feelings and the process and everything there. And the song's cool. The beat's a little high. Like, you know, like I said, I think it's supposed to have like that motivational kind of feel to it. It has like that. He's got other songs where they, again, similar instrumentals to that. Kind of like Cinderella Man a little bit too. Like that. It's almost like the stomp for the kick and the clap for the snare. and it just kind of has that, I don't know, the same kind of sound. But there's other songs that he uses similar tones with. But this melody kind of comes in and shakes it up just a little bit, because the song kind of felt like it was getting a little washed out. I like the concept and I like what he's talking about, but it's a good, really well placed bridge there.
The pattern within addict, mom and deadbeat dad. I wouldn't have had the savage within, having to win every single battle I'm in.
Jesus, I mean, Ryan, that's rhyming is great. He's rapping his ass off here, talking, you know, kind of taking you back through his childhood again, and discovering hip hop, and how you know, his pad and his pen is what really became the outlet for him through all the trials and tribulations he experienced.
See, I hope obediently believing in me. EPMD must have had teaching degrees, learning to defeat enemies with the ink, thinking of these rhymes would be as easy as E and graffiti would.
She's that E rhyming he's killing right now. ODB, ZE, PMD must have had teaching degrees. Like, he just keeps that E sound going.
You're reading to me, to my last breath, leave my lungs. I'ma beat my drum for the streets I'm from. The east side slums, gotta remind them. I'll take a throat out like E5 bum. You see?
From the east side slums, sometimes I need to remind them. I'll take a foe out like Fee-Fi Fum. That's hard. That's hard. I'll take a foe out like Fee-Fi Fum. Obviously, everyone knows Fee-Fi Fo Fum. You know, the little childhood story there. I'll take a foe out like Fee-Fi Fum. Also like an enemy, like a foe. I'll take my enemies out. Oh man, that's hard. I'm going back on that one. That's tough.
You see my finger, you see my thumb, you see my this far piece pipe. I'm here for the smoke, but it's not the weed I want. With the speed I brung, for the beef I've come, but you better.
This verse is dope. This has some fucking some spice to it. It's a little spicy. Man, oh man, let's bring that back.
You see my thumb, you see my this far piece pipe. I'm here for the smoke, but it's not the weed I want. With the speed I brung, for the beef I've come, but you better.
I want the smoke, but it's not the weed I want. With this beat I brung, for the beef I come. Like, come on, bring it on. I'm here for it.
Want a recline from? Just for you to be lyrically inclined and to be a steep climb up. That'll be an uphill battle, but I'm up like your feet.
Lyrically inclined. Lyrically inclined, right? Like, he's. How would you explain it? Like, when you're inclined for something, like it's like you're already, like you were ready to do it. You know what I mean? I'm lyrically, like he's just lyrically ready. I was inclined to, like, kind of like I had the feeling to do that. I was ready. I was prepared, like almost instinctually prepared for that. He says I'm lyrically inclined. That's what I call an uphill battle. Not an incline. If I'm up here, if I'm lyrically inclined, you want to come at me. That's an uphill battle.
Inclined to be a steep climb up. That'll be an uphill battle, but I'm up like your feet.
For you to be lyrically inclined, it'll be a steep hill for you to climb up. That'll be that's what they call an uphill battle. So you want to get a response from me, you need to be lyrically inclined. For you, I'm sorry, yeah, so for you to be lyrically inclined, that's a steep climb up. So that's what I call an uphill battle. It's kind of the same thing. I thought he was saying he was already lyrically inclined, but he's saying, but for you to be lyrically inclined, that's a steep climb up. You gotta get up to this level. That's an uphill battle.
And I think I'm about to go out on a limb like a tree climber. Time to push my ceiling higher, cause where am I supposed to go from here?
It's time to push my ceiling higher. Where do I go from here? As rare, it's like I think he feels like he can only continue to prove himself unless it's against people. Like I think he feels like he wants to just get involved in battling people. Like, just put heads on stakes and call it a day. I think that's where he's at.
All I know is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been.
This chorus hits harder after that verse. He brought some energy, some spice on that one. That felt energized. He's talking his shit. Fucking, I'll remove a foe like Fee-Fi Fum. That third verse and that last chorus hits different than it did earlier. I like this more. This is probably closer to one of my favorite songs on the album. I'm gonna go 8-7. I don't think it's wildly re-listenable all the time, but yeah, there's that third verse. That's spicy. That's spicy, and it was milky. I like the way he rhymed it. And I like some of the creative punchlines there too. What was this shit earlier? Fucking, I'm getting paper like a staple in this bitch. We don't need those. I'll remove a foe like fee fi fum. That's different. That's different shit. I like that. That was hard. Did I overrate it? Underrate it? You tell me. Throw me your score down below in the comment section. Yeah, that song woke up at the end there. That was a nice little third leg of the song, because it felt kind of just repetitive, and it feels like it's stuff I've heard before. And I did like the element of admission and confession about, like, I just don't know what to do from here. I do like that. And then that's what was holding that song together for me. And then it got spicy and milky, and that was dope. Be on the lookout for spicy and milky t-shirts coming soon. I think that's going to do it for me. Everyone be safe, be real. Don't forget to pursue your own happiness. And I will catch you on the next one.